Hello, welcome to my channel, 100 Days with Kajo. Today is day 14 of gratitude. So what we're gonna show gratitude for today is devotion and hope. I don't know why I said it like that, but I thought about it last night and a little bit this morning, and I said, you know what, I think this is what I want to talk about today. So let me go ahead and put my 5-minute timer on and we can get started. I am grateful for devotion. I am grateful that I am devoted to bettering myself. I'm devoted to loving myself and family and loving myself. I'm grateful that I'm devoted to amplifying the quality of my life and being kind to others and dedicating my free time to, again, my betterment. I'm grateful for devotion because it is nothing like discipline. For me, and I came to this realization fairly recently, and I decided to throw out the word discipline and instead implement devotion. Discipline always felt rigid and hard and cold and just like it feels like someone's scolding you to do something when you don't want to do it and you're just doing it out of fear of that person you're scolding you for. Other versus devotion feels like love and softness and sweet, and it invites me in to pour into myself. It invites me to go towards my goals. It's very nice. It says hello every time I think about it. I'm grateful that I'm implementing devotion rather than discipline. Devotion, I'm grateful that devotion makes me feel happy to work towards my goal. It makes me feel light to work towards my goal. It makes me feel love towards my goal. You know, I don't have this hatred towards it like, oh, this goal is the one that's making me feel this way. This is making scolding me because this is the only way that I need to go for X, Y, and Z. Whatever that may be for you, for me, for whoever. Devotion never feels that way. And I'm grateful that devotion, again, is soft and sweet and inviting and loving. And it makes me want to pour more into myself. I'm grateful for hope. For a while, I was not hopeful for some things that I was striving for or my desires. And it was very, honestly, heartbreaking. I always thought of myself as a very tenacious and determined, like go getter, and I was just burnt out. And then things weren't aligning the way they were supposed to. Things kept getting pushed back, and I felt like, is this just God telling me like, oh, this isn't for you. I want you to take a step away from it and look at something else. And it was hard to like take in, and I just felt hopeless for a really long time about various aspects of my life, that it wasn't going the right direction, or I just maybe I wasn't worthy enough of it. And I'm grateful that I'm now implementing hope back into my life. I did a lot of journaling, a lot of personal work to build that up. I think it was a gradual breakdown over the years, and when it hit a certain mark, I plummeted, not knowing that it was going down because I was just like a hamster on the wheel, going with school and work and all these other things. That I didn't realize that all the screws on my hamster wheel were becoming undone, and I didn't realize that until the whole thing collapsed. So I'm grateful for having hope back into my life, having hope for my goals. I'm grateful for my friends and family having hope towards me. I'm grateful for my friends and family being devoted to me as well. I'm grateful for coming to this realization now versus like many years later. I'm grateful that I'm not suppressing emotions and past experiences down the way that I used to, not knowing that I did. Honestly, I thought I was just like brushing it off my shoulders. Little did I know I was pushing it back to the back of my mind. It was on backlog. Okay. I'm grateful for being open with you guys and talking about this. I am grateful for you all being hopeful. Hopefully, my video is being hope to you, and hopefully, my words encourage you to invite devotion into your life versus discipline. I'm grateful for all the creators that I've been watching, all the books that I've been reading that help me get to that point of recognizing what I needed in my life. And I'm grateful that words have power. You know, I didn't realize like saying devotion and versus discipline would help me so much. I'm grateful that it does. I'm truly am grateful that I'm now recognizing the power of words and encouraging myself every morning. And you guys wouldn't, I'm not sure if anyone would believe me, but I call myself beautiful and intelligent and all these things every single day because I'm devoted to myself. I'm devoted to loving myself, and I'm so grateful for that. Oh, okay, our timer is out. I hope my spill helped you guys and open your eyes to something that maybe you can bring into your life. Again, devotion versus discipline. I know it's just words, but words have power and meaning, and you know, it's important to pour into yourself with something like that. You know, like you may think, oh, it's silly to call yourself beautiful and smart and like good things every single day. I try to do it every morning, but if it's not in the morning, it's somewhere throughout the day. And you may think it's silly and a waste of time, but it's free. You know, it's like, oh, I wouldn't do that, I couldn't do that, and in the beginning, it felt weird to do that. I'm not gonna lie to you, it felt foreign, and with just each day, it just felt like I was excited to wake up and be like, oh, good morning, beautiful. Good morning. I call myself Smart Cookie. Good morning, Smart Cookie. You know, it's like it's you don't realize how much you need it until you start doing it. And I encourage you all to every morning or sometime during the day say something positive about yourself. Even in my car, I'm going to make sure this is short. Even in my car, I have a sticky note that I tape to my steering wheel in the middle that says I am. And I told myself when I really needed it at that moment. I feel like I now do it on my own without even needing the sticky note. But when I need it at that moment, I said every time I get into my car, I'm going to say I am and say fill in with something amazing, right? So I did it, right? I completely forgot about it. Go to my car and I'm like, oh shoot, I am. And I'm like, oh, this feels so corny. I don't want to do this. But I was like, just do it, just do it, just do it. And I would say I am amazing. I'm smart. I am whatever you need to hear, whatever you need to hear. And I never said how many I needed to do. I never put a time duration to it because some days I just said one or two and I was like, oh, I'm good. And other days I would be driving and I'm saying I am statements the whole drive. It could be a 30-minute drive. Sometimes I tear up a little and not realizing that I needed it and released it. But I was forcing myself to pour positive, encouraging, beautiful words into myself. And from that, I was able to do it on my own. Like, not even think about it. Like, let's say I'm a computer, again, let me talk too long about my computer and I mess up. You know, it's going to be like, oh, stupid. Oh, don't do that. Right? I'm just like, silly. I call myself silly. Right? Silly, good or bad. Like, yo, you're so silly. Oh, you're so silly, you know? And it's playful. It's not hateful. It's fairly neutral to call myself silly. Because even, like, let's say I do something, like, really, really dumb. Dang it. You know, I'm not going to be like, oh, that's so smart. Because then it feels fake and delusional. You're like, well, I'm not going to do this. That's lying to myself. Okay. Choose a word that's neutral, like silly. And now when I make mistakes, I don't beat myself down for it. I'm like, oh, just silly. Like, oh, easy fix. Oh, no problem, right? It encourages me to look for another solution or to try again versus like using those words that they break me down and make me like close my laptop. I'm like, oh, I'm done. Like, I need a break. Words have power. Words have power. Okay, I'm done talking. I Jesus, I'm more than happy to go deeper into this in another video. Just comment devotion if you really want me to talk about it in detail. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.